we're here at the Fox and Hound in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Correspondent Robert Allen, and let's get your thoughts on this. First of all, an incredible match tonight, almost 30 minutes between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. What do you think?
They've known each other for 10 years. They went on the road together, both of them underdogs. They knew each other very well, and it was one of the best matches of the night, probably the best match of the night.
Yeah, technically, a fan came over to me earlier in the evening and said it just reminded him of a good old school 30-minute pro wrestling match.
Well, they were both brought the right way of this business,
yes.
You know, and like I said, Bryan is the man right now. He's doing a very good job right now. Doing a great job.
A big surprise tonight, the Divas champion, Layla, defended the title successfully against Beth Phoenix, and it looked like up until the last minute that Beth Phoenix was going to win that match.
Yeah, you know, Beth Phoenix is one of the best divas in the history of this business.
Was very tough.
Very tough. You know, not since China have we seen a diva that strong.
Yeah.
But she's not the same. And Layla's been coming off has been fighting injury. She's fought injury all night. They were talking about her knee. She did a great job.
She just surprised everybody with that neck breaker at the end.
Pretty good, you know. She's going to have a good reign. She's going to have a long, good reign.
So let's talk about the tag team match. You had four guys in here, four very exciting wrestlers, the tag team champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, of course, against the great team of Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. And here you got four guys that are really perfectly made for each other in terms of tag team wrestling. What do you say?
Hey, they're trying to bring the tag team to...
Come on a little closer, Robert.
Okay, sorry. They're trying to bring the tag team division back here in WWE. They're four great young athletes.
And of course, the champions did retain the title, one of their toughest titles.
That's tough. And Vicky doesn't make life easier for them with her screaming.
We had Ryback once again come on to a pay-per-view and took on Camacho and dispatched him very quickly. Come on back in here, Robert. What do you think of Ryback?
Goldberg is the most overrated superstar in professional wrestling history.
That's your opinion.
Yes, right.
Your opinion.
I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know where it's going. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, to me, I look at over the limit, and we still have one more match very important to get to.
But what do you think of Ryback?
I think he's got to have better competition.
Actually, earlier before we taped this, he called them rye bread. So that
was Europe.
You don't want to take the blame for that. And finally, the match, the most controversial. Oh, by the way, let's go back to the WWE title match again for a second. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. The finish of that match, the controversial ending, took me way back to a double pin with Pedro Morales and Ivan Koloff, way back when. But just saying that double pin, the way the cameras shot that live, it was very hard to see whose shoulders were really pinned.
Well, I'll give you a short description. Bryan had Punk in the yes leg.
Well, we know that.
But Punk was on top of Bryan 1, 2, 3. He was on top of him. And every time you're on top of somebody, it doesn't have to be holding the leg.
Yeah, but it depends how the shoulders are down. And the referee, of course, had the best view. We did not, watching it here on the giant screen at King of Prussia's Fox and Hound, which is a great place, of course. But it was a great match. So now let's talk about the finish of the show. The last match, John Cena totally brutalized John Laurinaitis. And at the end of the match, where it seemed that Cena was going to win by some sort of a count out, Big Show brought John Laurinaitis back into the ring when it looked like he was going to chokeslam him. He pushed him into Cena. Cena picked him up for the attitude adjustment, and then Show punched Cena, allowing Laurinaitis to pin him. Outrage here at the Fox and Hound.
It was too unpredictable.
It was very unpredictable.
Too unpredictable. But
No one knew what was going to happen here, and it will be very interesting to see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw, how this is going to be resolved, and what John Laurinaitis is going to do to punish the actions of John Cena.
I remember the board of directors, they're not very high on John Laurinaitis. That's why they made this stipulation. I don't think they're going to be happy that even though Big Show was fired last week, he still said no interference by an actual WWE superstar. Okay, Big Show wasn't a WWE superstar officially in this match. So yes, and this was a no disqualification match.
Addendum to the report from the King of Prussia, Fox and Hound. This is Bill Apter. Robert Allen is not with me right now, but we weren't able to talk about several of the matches there. One, of course, is Brodus Clay beating The Miz in both wrestling and dancing. We don't want to see The Miz dance again. Sheamus, of course, successfully defended his title in a fatal four-way. He is still the world champion. He competed against Alberto Del Rio, Randy Orton, and Chris Jericho, and he pinned Chris Jericho. And the one of the highlights of the night, of course, is Christian won a battle royal, and the prize in that battle royal, you could choose a match tonight on that pay-per-view on Over the Limit against either the Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes, or the U.S. Champion, Santino Marella. He chose a match against Cody Rhodes, and Christian has won the Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations. It's great to see him back on top in the WWE. Raw should be an amazing show, the follow-up to this Over the Limit pay-per-view for me, Bill Apter, and my correspondent Robert Allen, and also want to thank the great people over at the King of Prussia, Fox and Hound, for hosting us. We'll see you at the matches.